What's my opinion about the Putnam, the William Lowell Putnam mathematical competition? If you want my non-nuanced answer, is that it's toxic. I'm not a fan. But let me first explain what the exam is, and then I'll elaborate on my answer. The Putnam is a mathematical competition, an exam that happens once a year for undergrads in the US, typically math majors in the US, and it's an extremely difficult exam. It's so difficult that it's an exam of up to 120 points, and the median score is typically a 0 or a 1. So most people don't get a single point in this exam. Here are some of the problems from the 2023 edition of the Putnam. You can find them in the Putnam website and give it a try and see if you score any single point. The winners from the competition are usually from places like MIT, Caltech, Harvard, and so on. And these students are highly trained. There is mentors, there is advisors that train these students specifically for the Putnam because the exam and the questions are usually of a certain type, so it helps to practice exactly on that type of problem. So why do I think the Putnam exam is toxic? I think it's toxic because of the absurd level of difficulty of the exam where most students score a 0. I think it's toxic because it promotes this idea, this false idea of elitism, where to be really good at mathematics, you have to be at one of the Ivy League institutions. I think it's toxic because it promotes this harmful stereotype of the math genius. And all of those things just are extremely unhelpful to recruit more people to enjoy and do mathematics for recreational purposes or for research. Most of us, many of the faculty members that I know, many of the people that are extremely productive research members of the mathematical community never did the Putnam exam or never did score very highly on the Putnam exam. As I said, these problems are so specialized that I'm terrible at solving those problems, especially on a limited time basis. And the fact that I'm bad and terrible at the Putnam does not reflect at all what my abilities or your abilities are to do mathematical research. And I think it is harmful in that way of promoting a standard that is not a standard at all. Now, many students do enjoy taking the Putnam, they enjoy the challenge, and that's great. But together with the Putnam, there should be some awareness that being good or bad at the Putnam has no correlation with being good or bad at math.